Hey, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars with my buddy Steven's 1949 Ford F1 pickup truck. This has got a newer or late model small block V8 Chevrolet engine, automatic transmission. I believe it's got power brakes. The way that stops is pretty stout. Stops real nice. A good running, driving truck. Take it for a quick spin. The steering is still original. It feels original, at least in it. It's just got a little bit of wander the way it drives down the road, but pretty typical for a truck like this. Man, the brakes are very sensitive in a good way. Reverse. Nice sounding little engine. Nice clean engine detail in here. That's touching right there. That's a heater hose. I'm gonna double check and see. I think the heater may be working. Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's the heater hose. So nice clean engine detail. Just starts easily, runs good. It's got an on-off, old school on-off switch here. A lot of guys put those on there to try to keep them from, getting stolen or whatever. I think there might be something just gently draining the battery. If you drive it every day, it cranks right up, but if you let it sit for about a week, if you turn that switch off, you're fine, but if you leave it on, it kind of just trickles down a little bit. So there could be a real minor little thing somewhere. Try to chase that down. So this is obviously an older restoration. The two-tone that's pretty cool. Actually, what's funny is this is starting to come back. But this was a really popular look, I think, back in the 90s. Doing the Corvette style roll down, tuck down rear end, eliminating the rear bumper, things like that are, to me, indicative of this being probably a 90s restoration. Nice looking matched set of wheels. Tires have decent rubber on them, but they're older. And overall, the body is pretty straight on this truck. There are a few spots if you get up close. And the nice thing is, with it being white, it'd be an easy fix. So you got a spot here where some rust is bubbling up underneath the paint. Hood is in great shape. Trimmed down the sides. Top is all nice. Glass actually appears to be much newer. That's definitely not original, including the weather stripping. In fact, it looks like all the glass around it might be new. Rear glass as well and weather stripping. Top is in great shape. Cab corners look real nice and clean, and not just up top but underneath as well, so they're not hiding anything. Tiny little paint crack there at the bottom of the front the driver's side door. Here's another paint pop here on the side of the bed. I think those are the only two. I think there might be one more. Other than that, the bed's nice and straight. This truck is nice and straight. Flat tailgate in the back. Of course, the tuck down that I mentioned before. Roll down. Nice and clean on this side, looks good. old chest here in the back. I believe it's just a trunk, just to put stuff in if you want. Actually, smells good. Smells like grandma's trunk. Same on this side. Cab is in great shape. One little ding there, probably when they were putting the door back on after painting it years ago. Bottoms of the doors look good. Again, cab corner on this side, nice and clean and solid. Front fender looks good. One little paint pop here on the side too, just like I said, a little bit of rust coming up from underneath. So actually all the red on this truck, it looks great. And maybe just a few spots that I just showed of sanding those down, cleaning that up, and repainting the white. You have a really sharp looking truck. Lights work. Interior is very presentable. One of the things that's really cool is power windows. Somebody put power windows in and they actually work. Very rare that I find a truck with power windows. Can't tell. Yep, there you go. You can see on the other side. Windows go up and down. It's a little bit slow. There we go. Interior, maintaining the original look inside. It actually had a big freaking radio in it, and we took it out, recut the dash, or welded it all in, repainted that. So this is all new, the dash all being painted, and it looks really nice. Older carpet, an older like B&M shifter. That'd probably be something personally I would change. I'm not into this you know, kind of homemade shifter that somebody did. I'd rather just have it down lower on the ground, but it's got an old, looks like probably like a C10 seat in it. And no, maybe not. This might be the original seat. Just been a long time now that I'm looking at it again. I think I spoke too quickly there. This is the original seat. Just needs to be, to my opinion, probably recovered. There's actually no rips or tears, but just you can feel that the padding's worn out of it. So even just pulling this off, if you like this, pulling it off, repadding it, and then rehoggering it would make the seat look really nice. Little accents like the Ford step-ups on the step sides look really good too. It's a really solid truck. Underneath, bottoms of the doors are in great shape, no rust. Step sides are in great shape as well, no rust. Floor pan may have been replaced at some point. It looks really newer. It looks really clean. All the frame rails appear to be in great shape. Same on this side. Bottoms of the doors and rockers look really good. Step side, probably replaced at some point. Yeah, I mean the floor pans just look phenomenal under here. Really clean, solid truck underneath. I believe these are, this is a Chevy bolt pattern, but I'm not positive. And that was something that I said when I was driving. This is my buddy Steven's truck. So yeah, I think this is obviously an uncut frame, which is great. So it does feel like it drives a little bit like an older truck as far as steering down the road. You know, it has just a touch of play in the steering wheel, but that's really typical for these trucks. So that doesn't scare me at all. It drives great, shifts out good, and felt like it, like I said, I felt like it had power. Like it had power brakes. Let me just double check real quick and see if I see a power booster under here. Let's see if I can tell by putting the camera in there. Well, I just can't quite get the camera at the right angle to see the master cylinder if it's got a booster on it. Usually you can tell. They just have the brakes dialed in really good. When a drum brakes system is dialed in like it's supposed to be, they actually stop really great. So, well, there you have it. It's a 49 Ford F1, and it's a really good looking driver. We call it a 20-footer from across the parking lot, and walking up on this truck. It's a really nice looking truck, and I think somebody's gonna have a lot of fun with it.